All right, I think last night. Uh, Good morning, day, good night. Welcome all, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for joining us tonight. Now, as the title, we play as Henry, Hank, whichever. Uh, a
I think
student.
it matters to him.
Yes, I get. Yeah, he did seem to have a
When he was in
preference.
college, he met the love of his life by
A
taking
drunken
a
night.
yeah. They got married, couldn't
they
have
uh,
kids,
they
got a
want no
dog.
no. They wanted to have kids, but then things kept getting in the way. But in the meantime, they had gotten a dog. Unfortunately, career stuff got in Julia, his love of his life's way. Uh, Work kept getting in their way either way. Uh, and then disaster. Well, she got a request for a job. He talked her out of taking the job,
Because
which
he's a jerk.
one, he was a
I mean, they
selfish
give
jerk,
you
but
no choices in
it
that.
it turned out sort of serendipitous because she developed early stage Alzheimer's in her 40s. So she deteriorated. He became harder and harder for him. He eventually gave in, had her moved into a home. Uh, Visited her regularly at first, but then it became harder and harder.
And then her sister came to.
Decided to get lost in the wilderness with this Firewatch job. First day on the job, he has to deal with a group of teenagers setting off fireworks. Uh, and then when he returns back to his tower, finds his typewriter smashed through the typewriter that he was doing his whole shining Jack Nicholson routine. It was thrown through the window and smashed on the ground when he returned. The next day, they found out that their lines of communication had been seemingly sabotaged. They found a bunch of beer cans around there. He made his way to the camp of these teenagers and found the camp completely wrecked, as well as an accusation note saying that he had come and wrecked their camp. Found sheets and other things from his Firewatch tower around their camp. Uh, and
Assume that they had left the forest.
then there was a police report saying that a group of teenage girls had gone missing and were supposedly in the area. Uh, your supervisor, who you've been in contact with this entire time, uh, seems hesitant to actually speak with the police on it unless the police come knocking first. Uh, Afterwards, things get a little bit close and cozy between you and her.
We're
Uh,
pretty sure you had radio sex.
yeah, if and then of course there was the night where suddenly she calls you in the middle of the night, and when you answer the radio, it's your wife, your bedridden dementia wife, is actually the one on the other line, and you have a conversation with her. Fast forward, to the end. There's a big fire that breaks out. You guys watch it, sort of monitor it. Fast forward to here we are this last day. You decide to go fishing, and you find a clipboard with all your conversations with Delilah, your supervisor, written out, and a radio off to the side. You go to check the radio, and someone attacks you from behind.
And if you watched yesterday's bit stream, you heard me scream like a little girl when you got smacked from behind.
Now, uh, some other interesting things on your way to try and track down the camp that was listed on the clipboard. You find that it's in a completely fenced-in area that really shouldn't be fenced in. So you go to find the firemen who had dug a trench to sort of cut off this fire. They're gone. You take their axe, and now we're heading over to find out what's really there. All the while suspecting that we're dealing with an unreliable narrator, that none of what we think is happening is actually happening. I'm pretty sure that he's having some sort of episode himself. If Nepatandi is not correct in her original assumption, which she very well may be, that Julia is not the one with Alzheimer's or dementia, that it very well could be Hank. Hank himself could be the one, or he's just having a breakdown. As we said, he had a delirium induced phone conversation with his wife, who
And then
is in Australia.
Delilah actually in the middle of the night, and we're talking to Julia. So,
Hmm.
but
The
there's also been a suspicious conversation you ever heard between Delilah and someone else.
Oh yes, I forgot to put in that part.
You've never actually seen her, and ooh, you can chop down the tree.
Yeah, we're making our way back across this ravine to. Uh, that's the other thing. We've only heard her over the radio. Um, Also worth mentioning is that when we were on our way to this fire camp, we went by the area where you entered in at the beginning, and it's completely blocked off, like cave in, like rocks everywhere.
Are you there? I had a thought.
Let's hear it.
You heard someone in the bushes.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's assume we're being tailed. Or you are, at least. Where are you right now?
Just on my way back, in and out of trees in the middle of nowhere.
The snowmobile.
Do you see anybody?
No, definitely not.
All right,
Come
so
here.
tell me what you think of this. Did you just cough?
No. Did you just cough?
No.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
fuck.
There isn't any way someone, like, another lookout could be on this line, is there?
No. Not without tapping our radios. Get in your tower, shut the door. Don't leave, and don't use your radio. I'll call you. Understand? I will call you.
So I guess we're not going to Camp Watiti today, or Wapiti, Wakapiti.
Winnebago.
Yeah, Camp Winnebago. Lone Star. All sorts of creepy here.
Thoroughfare Tower, this is Two Forks calling you for the, 50th time today. The flapjack fire continues to move in a southerly fashion. Delilah, for
On
fuck's
your
sake,
legs.
answer your radio.
Hello, sunshine. Sorry, went out for a little bit. What can I do you for?
I always feel like somebody's watching me.
You can do me for a trip out of here. I don't care if it's on horseback or a helicopter or in a canoe. Just get me out of here.
Henry,
Stir
we have
crazy.
work left to do. Let's chat about what's bothering you and you'll feel better.
Are you serious?
Let's talk. Okay?
Okay.
By the way, I was wondering if your Flora of the Shoshone info poster was still up inside your tower?
What?
It's just protocol that those stay up. You know, info about your tower, the surrounding tree species, etc. Just, have a look at it. Make sure it's in ship shape.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, it's up. Why are you acting like this?
Great. Just wonderful. Do you see the tree in the top row, second from the left?
Let me look at it and I'll tell you.
No. You don't need to tell me. Just, internalize it. It's a great tree. And there's an area called, that tree's name in your sector that maybe you should take a midday hike to. Maybe.
Cottonwood, huh?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are you sure it's not
Maybe
the one
I
next
should
to it?
go for a hike.
Nothing
Yeah.
like an afternoon in the Rockies, I tell ya. Radio me the moment you get there.
Which tree am I supposed to internalize again?
Top row, second from the left. Head to a place named after that tree, and you'll have a wonderful afternoon.
This is very suspicious to me. Okay, so where are we heading?
Cottonwood Creek.
That's oh yeah, that's down where we were before by the fire break. Okay.
Wow, look how smoky it's gotten over here.
Yeah, if the winds are blowing the smoke up in this direction, is it really heading southerly? Or oh wait, yeah, is it really heading? Because you're to the north of it. So should the winds really be dispersing it this direction? I don't know. I mean, we do have a friend that would probably be more of an expert to consult with that on, but unfortunately, that would take time, and it is kind of, late at night. Well, late at night for them, I think. Maybe not. But of course, if we were, bothering him and his wife at this hour, she would kill us. And the less enemies I make of old friends, the better.
It's very smoky.
It is very smoky. Hey, there's the old Indian circle. Is my pumpkin still in there? Oh, hey, welcome. Oh, we glad to have you with us. All right, am I heading in the right direction?
No.
No? Do you even know, or are you just...
I don't know.
Okay, so I need to head south from here. So which way is south? That way. So I am heading in the right direction.
You said it like you expected the directionally challenged person who gets lost in the subway in Persona 5 to actually know where you're going.
Got lost in our own museum, you say?
Well, at least I didn't sleep with a Nazi.
Okay, Cottonwood Creek. Wait, we opened this, didn't we? Okay,
Hey, I'm here and I found a cash box that does not open with 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's because I changed it. It's 5, 6, 7, 8.
Are you kidding me?
I was in a rush.
Her security measures would make the Spaceballs proud.
It's password.
It's 5, 6, 7, 8 now.
I know.
But yeah, it might as well be password. What's this?
New radio.
Got it.
I've got it now.
Good. I spent all day getting you that radio. I hiked to a cash box, lied to a ranger, lied to another ranger, and hopefully you are now holding a clean, untapped radio.
Hopefully.
Holy fuck, Henry, we have to get into that site. Whatever these people are doing is illegal, right?
Are you okay?
I don't know, Henry.
People have been listening to us all summer. How is this actually happening?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Why is it happening?
That's the question, right?
None of it makes any sense. I just changed clothes laying on the floor because I don't know who could be watching.
Am I just making all of this up? I mean, the eavesdropping, the spying, is this Fuck, are you, is any of this real?
That's what I'm wondering.
What? Are you serious?
Maybe I'm just losing my mind.
What?
Julia, maybe it's happening to me, and I'm imagining that I have a boss out here and that we're being spied on.
Henry.
Maybe there was something in the water, or our condo was underneath some power lines, and you, Delilah, you're not real.
Henry, think about her. If what happened to her were happening to you, you wouldn't even be able to realize it.
Okay.
There's truth to that.
Henry, sweetie, I am real and this is happening. I'm as real as the sky is blue. Take a second and then call me back. I'm on your side.
Man, this is okay.
Hey,
This is intense.
I just thought of something not great.
Okay.
What is it?
I'm gonna run out of space to say it. Damn it. Damn it, now we won't know what it was. What did she think of that wasn't great? What's it? What is it, man? What is it? Ah, it's so frustrating that the game actually got in the way of us doing that communication. Ah, that's so lame.
Okay, and now it won't let us talk to her at all?
No, it won't even let us tell her that, okay, we're okay now. Ah. Oh man, that killed that. Lost the ability to have that conversation line, whatever it was. I always hate when things like that happen. Developers, if you eventually come across this, or if you are a game designer who is watching this, try not to let that crap happen. Right. I mean, the timer for responding to something should run the moment that you pick up the radio to respond. And if
And
you
it
can't,
should pause if you're in an action that doesn't let you.
yeah, if you can't respond, you shouldn't be able to. It should leave it as a respond once you're done the action that you're doing, which is preventing you from responding. That's. And you've recorded this dialogue, you've written this dialogue, you obviously want players to be able to experience it. It just, that feels like a serious flaw. Alright, let's go break into Area 51.
I've decided it's Area 47. Because we're not quite to Nevada.
Alright, motion carries. Area 47 it is. Alright, and let's see. Where am I? I went the wrong way. That's where I am. Son of a... Grrr. Your directional challengeness is rubbing off on me.
You're welcome.
Alright, I am... The moment that they started saying things like, oh, scientists experimenting, strange things happening, we went from a normal game to that scenario, makes me more convinced that poor Henry here is,
It's a Chupacabra.
oh yeah, they've managed to sneak down to Mexico, grab a few chupacabras, and they're doing a breeding program.
Bigfoot?
Isn't Bigfoot more northwest?
Yes, the college I went to actually had a one of the leading experts on Bigfoot in their roster of teachers.
Oh man, I wish I had done that. That would be like such a blast to go and hear what they say, you know? I'm not exactly a Bigfoot believer, but still, I find it interesting to hear from the people that are.
It's totally my brother running around naked in the Northwest.
I wouldn't put it past him.
I'm busting the gate down. There's nobody around, and it's the quickest way in.
Copy that.
Oh, come on, you aren't going to swing the axe and go swing, bada, 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 bada.
I smashed open the gate. Should I try to fix or hide this?
No, screw it.
Okay, then.
I'm right there with that. Let's see.
Ow!
Okay. The B plot.
I got stung by a bee.
Okay.
It hurts.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Did
I was
it
just-
hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, unless you're allergic, man. Seriously. Don't be a baby. I thought there was going to be something important there. Wapiti Station personnel. File 365 and 8.2 BC5. If you are trying to reach Dr. Simmons, he is on site from August 15th to October 15th. University-owned equipment is the responsibility of Dr. Johnson. Government-owned equipment is under the purview of Cat Ferdinand. Remember, this is a controlled area, and any issues, malfunctions, or violations should be reported immediately.
I think you're a violation, and you're here in the dark.
Not quite. It's only near dark.
It's a meteor crash site.
I like how the music went all sinister, dark, and stealthy.
I like how they can't afford an actual bridge.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't really seem like your normal government site. And let's face it, even on their black sites, they're like they don't want to get sued or
The
have
tree just
anything.
looked like it was pushed over.
Right. Snapped off.
But there's no trunk either. You have a flashlight.
Yeah, but I don't want them to see me coming.
Dude, you're making so much noise that there's...
Serpentine! Run, Serpentine! Okay, either we're on an acid trip, or that was a performance issue on the machine. The geometry just sort of popped in out of nowhere.
Oh, there's a tower
I think
there.
it's an acid trip. Oh. Okay.
Okay, I'm at the site. I don't see anybody around.
Lucky for us.
Yeah, lucky for us. Dee, there's some serious comms equipment out here, wireless stuff.
What do you mean?
I'm talking a big 20-foot tall transmission tower, and they could probably listen to whoever the hell they want. They're nestled down in this valley, which makes it impossible for you or any lookout to see them.
Oh god, I saw that go like that, and I thought there was someone coming around. I've played way too many games where after a scenario like that, someone comes running, gun-toting around, and you're suddenly hit in an ambush. And then I realized that I don't have a gun, so it can't be that kind of game. And if it is, that is incredibly fucked up for them to do.
Might I remind you of 3.
Well, Clock Tower 3 had that whole thing where you actually hid and eventually gained superpowers to kill the bad guys, but
Oh,
yeah.
No, they're doing something with the soil out here too. It's all gridded off.
Who knows what else they're up to?
And there's all sorts of contraptions and shit out here.
Like what?
Dishes and stuff on metal legs. There are wires all over the place. I don't know. I'm not really up on high tech. I mean, how the hell did they get all this stuff out here?
The Army Corps of Engineers put our towers out here, so
You think it was the government?
I have no
Always
idea.
the government.
I just mean it's possible. I mean, every once in a while I'll need to look out who's deep into that, like, black helicopter conspiracy shit. Maybe they actually flew it out here in one of those.
Okay. And the more that we're going here, the more I'm like suspecting we're just sort of delusional at this point. Because this is.
I'm in their main tent.
What's it like?
It's definitely some sort of monitoring station. I wonder where they are. All of their stuff is here.
And they know you're there, so see what you can find and get out.
Is it just me, or does it look like there's some sort of struggle or something here?
yeah. There also looks like there might be someone in that sleeping bag.
This place sleeps 3. They've got a row of cots here.
So they live and work in the same tent?
Yeah, it's all one operation.
Huh, like us.
Yeah, like us. I found their main monitoring desk.
Oh my god, what do you see? Seriously, at this stage, I'd believe just about anything.
There's a box here with a dial. It has a needle, like it measures earthquakes.
You mean like a lie detector?
Yeah,
No.
not sticking around to get hooked up to it.
Lied. Oh, did you notice that it changed from earthquake detector to
Mhm.
lie? Oh.
They're measuring the barometric pressure, too. Why?
Maybe it's just a diversion.
I mean, this stuff looks like it just got lifted out of the space shuttle.
I have to tell you, if I found out this was NASA, I'd be a hell of a lot happier.
Fill generator Wednesday. Oh, Wednesday and Sundays.
Okay. Shit. Got a map here that confirms they're tracking our people's movements. The map's got all sorts of paths and areas marked off on it. There are lines that look like some of the paths I normally take.
Are you positive it's you?
I'm not sure, but I think so. There's some sort of monitor. I don't know what it does. Maybe air quality or something?
Maybe they're keeping data on everything that could impact our moods.
That looks possible. This is crazy.
She is absolutely not real. She's only feeding into your
Desk in here
insanity.
is a mess. I mean, it's like someone was in a rush or knocked a bunch of stuff over on accident. Okay, so there's a log here that tracks the movement of 4 distinct subjects.
So let's say subject, frequency, sex, social role, frequent departure from Two Forks area, avoidance behaviors, consult previous data, unreciprocated desire for copulation, conflict with other males, disproportionate food intake. Huh.
You're studying something.
You and me?
Yeah, definitely me. And I suppose you too.
What about the other two?
Maybe the missing girls?
Like, they're still out here and these people are following them?
Maybe. It's possible, right?
But then why haven't you seen them?
I don't know.
We'll talk this over and figure out how to get the hell out of here.
I don't know. Looks more like a scientific research center to me.
Yeah. This looks like a science research outpost.
Besides, they really have no reason to be following you.
Unless you actually are going crazy, Clarice.
Okay, this thing is losing its mind, beeping like crazy.
I can hear it. What's it after?
I don't know. I'm gonna go find out. Are you shitting me?
What is it?
There's a folder of reports here.
What do they say?
They're assessments.
Subject Delilah, age 43, program status review, 1 week, 4-week annual, 6-week, 10-week, 25 weeks. Observation traits: reliable, considering alcoholism, observant, charismatic, selfish, skewed perception of personal history, pertinent observed facts, never married, no kids, rarely hikes or leaves immediate surroundings, multiple lovers despite longtime partner named Javier. Susceptibility to manipulation, 3. Supervisor sign-off, e.g.
About the two of us. There's stuff in here about Julia.
Like what?
Stuff I didn't tell you. This is...
What does it say about me? You said there was one about me.
Subject Henry M. Age 39. Program status review, 1 week, 4-week annual, 6-week, 10-week sampling. Observational traits: comprehensive explorer, keeps to the path, prone to anger, passive, guilty, forthright, guarded. Subject overview: subject as fully engaged supervisor, trust yet to be scientifically proven. All signs point towards full cooperation. Update: subject may be aware of test. Suggest we disengage if subject decides to leave his post. Susceptibility to manipulation, 9. Supervisor sign off, e.g.
And it looks
What
like
the
they've been
hell?
following me around. What I do when I'm out hiking? Jesus.
Henry, do you hear me?
It says that you and your boyfriend are still together.
What? We're not. They're messing with us.
Yeah, okay.
They are. How do they even know who he is? How the hell does this... I'm so sick of letting these people do this to us. We should just burn the place down. Think about it. Worst case scenario...
Look, maybe that's what they want us to do.
What do you mean?
Maybe they're trying to push us to the point where we do something crazy. I mean, the grass is dry as hell here. It would go up in a second.
Well, now I'm thinking, what if you're right?
I just don't think we should do anything that we can't undo.
Well, maybe it's not the best idea.
Yeah, it's definitely not the best idea.
I'm so fucking wound up!
It's all right. I'm just gonna hike back. We have the wave receiver, and tomorrow we can figure out what to do.
Okay. I was beginning to get paranoid because I could hear the fence rattling. I was waiting for another jump to happen.
Too bad you can't turn that off.
Yeah, just because I'm not believing in burning the place down doesn't mean I don't think you shouldn't sabotage, but at the same time, I'm not completely convinced that,
Any of this is real?
yeah, this is a little bit too Twilight Zone-ish.
And the fact that she was giving
Went
you
for-
ideas.
Yes, that she seems to be almost encouraging, almost like she's a confederate in an experiment. But once again,
Whoa! Oh, shit! Delilah, there's smoke coming from the site. I just climbed out of there and the bridge collapsed.
What the hell happened to you? It's definitely not the best idea.
It wasn't me.
What do we do?
We just call it in like any other fire.
And what about who started it? What about them?
The person who started it?
Yeah.
We're talking about people watching us out here who are now burning the forest and everything in it around us. I don't know what to do about that.
Except get the hell out.
Yes, get us the hell out of here.
I will.
day 77.
We're still on the same day. It's announced it 3 times now.
No, 76 the first time. This is 77. It just started, so I guess... Unless this is alternate day 77, or it's the night of 77. Night of the final day.
I don't know, but I'm really thinking that
Okay, what did we just... It's in the desk. They're monitoring us from the desk. Who is listening to us? Those are all the things from, Wow, you've made a paranoid crime board. How'd it go, Henry?
This receiver just picked something up.
What thingy? What now?
I found a device that picks up frequencies. It's how I found the reports last night, and it's going off now.
It just picked up a frequency?
Yeah, what could it be?
I don't know. You gotta find out.
All right, I'm on my way now.
You know what I just picked up?
No.
alcohol.
A fifth of Major Bueno tequila from the creek.
Are you drunk?
No! I am getting drunk.
Hey, Dee, I don't want to harsh your vibe, but maybe, just maybe, that's a bad idea.
Henry.
What?
You're harshing my vibe. My thinking is I could stay up all night worried I'm gonna lose my job because of the side fire, or I could not worry and let the chips fall where they may. It's not like there's any proof we were down there.
My thinking is I'm gonna follow this wave receiver.
Ooh, I like it when you think.
Ay, ay, ay. I'll just leave you alone with whatever these thoughts are.
Did you just turn off your radio?
I picked up that thing and now the wave receiver is no longer in my hand.
I feel like we're playing hot and cold.
Yeah. So this way.
It's gonna lead us to the cave.
Wrong direction for the cave.
Okay, and the music just started getting a little creepy.
You're hearing music?
Low, but yeah.
I think we went the wrong way. Yeah. Yeah, it's up that way. Oh god, that almost looked like a person, that piece of geometry right there. Oh, the cave is in the other direction now. This is more towards the lake.
Are we gonna find the dead bodies? Or were they part of the experiment too?
Strange.
Shit! What?
Run!
Ah!
Okay. Where's the strange bag? Oh, I left it there. Oh, you're right, but the cave, though. That wasn't where the sound was coming from, though.
What are you doing over there? Hello?
This time I'm going to choose not to respond.
If that thing is
Yeah.
driving you crazy, just turn it off or throw it away. Or just pace around your tower like you are right now.
What?
I'm not there.
What?
I followed the beeping, and I found a hidden bag of supplies and keys, and I think maybe they're for the cave, but what's going on?
Henry, there's someone in your tower right now. And apparently it's not you. Get back here.
Is that really a good idea?
I don't think so. Where's your axe?
Yeah, seriously. I'm hoping you held on to the axe, Henry. The weird ambience of the creaking trees is actually more unnerving to me than anything else.
I don't see anyone up here.
He was just there.
Lights are off.
I forgot we left that figurine inside of the.
Startled you?
Yeah, I was like, there. Wait.
Did he leave something? Come on, I can see you over there. Is that a tape player? Did he leave you a tape? What's on the tape, Henry? Henry, do you hear me?
It's a tape of us talking down at the site. It sounds like it was recorded from somewhere nearby.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, and it sounds like we were the ones who burned it down and that it was your idea.
No.
We are screwed.
No!
Dee, just don't freak out, okay? Don't freak out.
Oh my God, what the fuck is happening, Henry?
I think we need to take a look in that cave. Even though that's probably where they'll bury us with the teenagers. They had the key to the cave. If, once again, this is not just all in our head.
I think she's also a Confederate, to be honest.
Yeah. I've been trusting her less and less as this game is going on.
So your little bender isn't looking like such a good idea under the light of a new day, huh?
No, it isn't, but that's not it. Someone claiming to be Henry in Two Forks called a lookout in another sector early this morning and said that I knew what caused the Wapiti Meadow fire. So, I just got off the horn with that lookout who's wondering what I know, or that I'm an arsonist, or that I'm fucking losing it. Furthermore, I bet you don't have the only tape of us from last night, so someone has evidence to back it up. We need to find out what someone's been keeping in that cave.
I'm going down there now.
We don't have a lot of time left out here, and if we don't find some fucking answers, when they lift us out of here, it's gonna be in handcuffs.
That's fine.
Us? What's this us? You're the boss. I was just...
What, following orders?
Look, you know I didn't start this fire. So you just tell him the truth, right? That's all you can do.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I know.
I don't know. I think this game is definitely messing with us. The fact that the description of it changed from earthquake thing with no question mark to lie detector question mark,
Yeah.
and the bag being planted there, because you can't tell me that wasn't a plant.
Well, it was alarmed, so yes, of course it was. And it was set up to get you out of the tower to put that radio there. So, yeah. Alright, I should be heading, yeah, in the direction I am, towards the cave. Oh,
It replaced your compass.
it did. That's handy. Look out below!
The baseball.
Yeah, the baseball's still there. Of course, the downside of having the axe is that if there is another person and they are armed, it can be claimed as self-defense if they do anything.
Hey, you didn't actually make that call, right? To the other lookout? It just stuck in my craw. I let myself imagine how fucked I would be if you'd been lying to me. But now that I asked, I kind of just wish I hadn't.
I'm not even going to answer that. But you could be lying to me too, you know.
I'm not.
Yeah? I hope not.
You know, forget I asked.
Starting to turn on each other?
Yeah, well. The question is, if I'm still wondering if there even is in each other here. Or I'm still wondering that. With things in your perceptions seeming to change with the drop of a dime.
What the hell?
And you're locked in the cave now.
Delilah, someone locked me in the cave. Is this thing working? Delilah, send someone to the cave, please! Can't get any damn reception.
Yeah.
Jesus, this is a big cave.
Long deep drop.
Oh god, this is giving me
Claustrophobia.
phobia. After listening to some of the stories about people who died in caves on the Let's Read podcast.
Yeah.
It's
You
freezing
do
in
have
here.
a flashlight.
That's true.
So you stupidly left the key in the...
Well, looking at the way that it was gated, it didn't look like you'd even be able to reach to... I'm kind of worried that it keeps showing us down there. So, yes, to the Chekhov's gun thing, there we do go into the cave. And I'm
Wait,
seeing
what
down...
is that?
What?
Down at the... You see? The...
Right next to the dot here.
Yeah.
Looks like a beer can, doesn't it?
Yeah. Should I go closer to the TV and see if I can see it?
I'm pretty sure we're going to end up down there.
I'm just sure that we're never going to come out of this cave. Now I'm getting flashbacks to Ozamar. I don't want to drop down.
At
It
least-
doesn't help that your perception is directly in front of him. Like, there's no
Okay, looks like
light.
where do we come out? Long drop down.
You're somewhere really close to the fire.
Yeah, let's take a look. Where does the map have us? No, up there. Up by where we did the tower. No, close. We're near Hawk's Rest. Where there was that other cabin. Was around here.
Hey, are you there?
Yeah, what is it? What did you find?
Nothing yet, because someone tried to trap me in there.
You saw someone?
No, someone slammed the gate behind me and then ran away. I found another way out, but if I hadn't, Jesus!
So you didn't find anything?
No, there's a spot where someone
It's
had
just
sunk
there
an
to
anchor,
trap
but
you.
the hardware's gone now.
I don't have any climbing equipment.
I just have my ropes. I'm gonna hike back to Two Forks and see if I can find anything that could double as an anchor to use in the spot.
Well, that doesn't sound dangerous.
Not at all. Sounds like just another Sunday.
You're gonna go back?
Yep, I told you we're gonna go and find out what was down there.
Wait. Oh, this is...
Delilah, I just found an outcropping that someone was using as a little fort. I think it was Brian Goodwin.
Brian.
Yeah, that's what I was
Really?
thinking.
Yeah, he built himself a real castle.
Notes, game system.
Yeah. So the good ones were almost definitely the other subjects.
I found an old school folder. Brian was a hell of a doodler.
Brian Goodwin Science Fair Rough Draft, McNamara 6th grade, April 4th, 1986. How ham radio waves can use meteors to talk to people far away. What if I told you?
Wait, isn't it only 1981 in here?
Is it? What if I told you that you could use meteors in our atmosphere to talk to people far away? You'd probably think I was a liar, but you would be wrong. Meteors, the alien rocks that come to our planet from outer space, can be used to bounce ham radio waves off of and let you use your radio much better than normal. Right now you're thinking, okay, Brian, this sounds like a movie, like Flight of the Navigator. It's not real, but you're wrong. It's real. It is science. I didn't think the Flight of the Navigator was out at that time. It is possible because of meteor scatter communications by Science Fair Project proves that meteor scatter communications is real. But what it is? MSC is a radio propagation mode that utilizes the ionized trails of meteors within our atmosphere. Meteors, upon their atmospheric entry, can create a dense path of ionized particles that the ham radio operator can use to establish brief communications paths between operators up to 1,500 miles away. It's pretty cool. I'm going to test this by having a small chat with a friend of my dad, or a friend my dad made in the Army who lives in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 1,000 miles from my house. We are going to try to talk at a regular time, but my hypothesis is that that won't work, and we will have to wait for a meteor shower so we can establish a communication. Smart kid. hand-drawn schematic. Backpack retrieval to plan, Mark 4. So he knew that he had lost his backpack and wasn't able to get to it. He's a smart kid. 5 degrees north.
He'd hide out here to read comics. The Black Band, his grief is his enemy's sorrow. Everyone this guy loves gets killed, so he honors them with a black armband which gives him superpowers.
Well, that's fucking dark.
Just a little.
I agree.
Bunch of rocks stacked up. He made a wall and a perimeter.
God. Yeah, that's perfect.
You know, maybe he made it because he was afraid of them.
Whenever I think of Brian possibly going through this crap, I get sick to my stomach.
Yeah. Sorry. It's a little weird that he'd just leave so much of his stuff out here. I mean, he was in the middle of really sprucing up the joint when they left.
Did they leave? I mean, that was never really made clear.
For sure.
There's a busted old toy out here, some sort of electronic game.
Yeah? I like Pong.
Everybody likes Pong.
Gosh, Brian had everything he loved out there.
Yeah.
There's a ham radio schematic here. Something Brian was working on.
Yeah, I think that was the one thing Ned did do with him. You know, tinkering on stuff like that.
There's also a postcard here from Brian to, I guess, his neighbor.
What's it say?
That he's with his dad and sorry he can't mow his lawn this summer.
Oh, gosh.
And also he was worried his dad didn't know when school started. I'd say that's a lucky break if I were him.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. Ned didn't really seem like a, with it dad.
There's some grade A dork contraband here.
You found his pocket protector?
I found a data sheet for one Gladius Silva, half-elf armor 7.
Classic wizards and wyverns.
Yeah, between this and the map I found in my tower, old Brian created quite the fantasy world.
Gosh, Brian had everything he loved out there.
Yeah. That's just what I needed. Dear Ranger, hi, my name is Brian Goodwin. If you found this note, it should be with a bunch of climbing anchors, I hope. Could you do me a favor and please return them to me, Brian Goodwin, in the mail? My address is 55 Foxtrot Lane, North Platte, Nebraska 69101. If you tell me your name and address, I will give you a reward for this. You're probably wondering why I left these here. Well, they are my dad's, and I don't want him to lose them, but I don't want to do any more climbing on this trip, so I thought I should pretend to lose them. But if you help me get them back, everyone will be happy. Thank you for your time. Thank you, Ranger Brian. P.S. The reward will be good.
Huh. Brian stole his dad's climbing gear. His anchors.
That's convenient.
Yeah, it is. I think he was gonna hide them in a cash box or something and never got around to it. I mean, he left a note for a ranger to find them and send them back to him in Nebraska.
Because he hated climbing?
Yeah, it sounds like Ned was pushing him, and pretending to lose his anchors was the easiest way to put a stop to it.
I hope it worked. God, what an asshole.
Yeah. Man, that is the sort of thing that would have caused me to catch a beating growing up.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past old Ned. So, something I never told you, or anyone, about Brian. In regards to him being out here, you know, being against the rules. They almost got busted. Brian liked to go out on the railing of the tower and wave at the planes that dumped water on fires, and I got a call because someone thought a kid was up in Two Forks. I lied, and just said it was Ned. If I ratted him out, they would have been forced to leave, and I don't know, I guess I just felt like I was saving him from whatever shitty life Ned was gonna bring him back to. Not that it ended up mattering.
So much for the private radios, though, right? But as you said, the tools that they had there didn't matter what radios you had. They were just scanning radio waves and just grabbing stuff. This is all assuming that there is a them. It's just so surreal. Alright, so how do I get out of our little dork nest? Dork nest. No.
Wow.
No parents. And no, I am definitely not judging. I mean, come on, here we are streaming this game. I mean, I'm obviously not judging the kid. If it isn't obvious, it should be. I'm wondering what our path out here is.
Maybe we should just stay there. I mean, there was everything we needed in that cave. Blankets, pillows, video games. I mean,
Food?
you have an axe.
Okay, Gimli.
Probably over there.
I mean, I thought it was over here because there's this spot here we can climb up. But I didn't see any place where we could rappel down. I mean, this looks like it should be, but unless... Oh, there we go. I feel like such an idiot now. Okay. Now we rappel. Because our deodorant has failed us.
Speak for yourself.
What do you think is in there?
Dead bodies.
Probably something that will kill me. So, you know, just sort of getting myself right with God or whatever there is.
Henry,
They closed the door when they could have just...
bashed your head in with a rock or chopped you up with a
Are you serious with this shit right now?
hatchet. God, are you sure you want to go back in there?
No. No, I'm not.
No, I think I'm probably good. Bring on jail.
You'd probably just get probation. I'd be the one stuffed away in the Lusk Women's Prison for the next 10 years.
Where did that let us out? Okay. So we drop down here, and we can just follow the trail back to...
Are they gonna lock you in again?
More than likely.
I mean, if they couldn't kill you the first time.
But a lot of the observations, a lot of the stuff that we're reading sounds more like observation. Not so much anything sinister. That's why none of this makes sense except for...
Oh, also, those girls turned up. Looks like you didn't kill them. Nobody did. They took some farmer's tractor for a joyride down in Riverton and, landed in jail.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Those girls really did a number on you, huh?
No, I'm glad they're not dead, but it also means that they weren't a part of what's going on.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. You just have to keep searching.
Yeah.
And you just keep drinking, Delilah.
Oh, I'm sure she will. If that even is her real name.
Oh, it's not. It feels like somebody's doing a psychological experiment on you.
Well, that's what the notes seem to indicate, but it's...
The mating cycles of the modern crazy person.
Okay, so we're directing west, so that's where we go, and then we gotta turn south, which is over there. And that's exactly what I should have done right there. And there's our path. That's what I was missing, but was it? Wait. Yeah. That's the brush that we cleared away. We still haven't gone back to where the cell tower or where the radio tower was.
Was there bushes that we could have cleared from there?
Yeah, there were.
Where's the door? Whoa. Stick?
Yeah, that's less of a stick. That's a piece of a tree. It's like alright, well.
Let's go get locked
See?
in again.
We still had the key. It's just that you can't reach around to the lock because of the gate. Too bad we can't just sort of like, you know, put something to sort of jam it open. There we go.
So you want to bet this time they cut your rope?
It let me look up right when you said that, and I was like, oh.
So the girls
Tracks.
aren't dead.
Yeah.
Or maybe. I mean, if we can trust her.
Okay, so let's see.
I really hate these dark areas. Let's go into the death trap.
Once more into the breach, dear friends. Once more.
That's not what I said. We're going into the death trap.
No, it's the descent.
No, this is the death trap. Long drop.
And no place for us. Seriously, Henry, you're gonna take a long drop when you can't even put in anything to propel yourself back up.
There's probably a climbing area again.
Oh, I'm
Like-
certain there is, but I'm just saying. Oh, wait. There's a normal drop here. Right next to it.
Huh.
Shaft of light. So we're not horribly deep, but...
We will be. The humming.
Yeah.
You notice you can't hear her in this area either because of...
Oh, because you're underground. Radio waves. You know, rocks and radio waves.
Are those tracks?
It does seem like some of the stuff is disturbed.
Ah, shit. Are you... Oh, God.
Brian?
I don't know.
You're Brian Goodwin. God. Poor kid. You fell. Your
That's
stuff
what we
gave
saw.
out. Oh, you poor fucking kid.
But it doesn't make sense. He got rid of all the climbing stuff. How? Unless somebody chased him and he had no choice, but it just doesn't make sense. Poor kid.
Also, they never said he disappeared.
They were never reported because it was just him and his father. And that note never seemed to go to his neighbor. They just disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
That seems like very careless action on... Well, Delilah, we can figure that. But... Damn. So, yeah, someone did die. But somebody knows because they left you the key to find this.
Mm-hmm.
Once again, we're going by the assumption that you're not just going crazy. I mean, none of this seems to be adding up. Unless there is, facts here that could be dismissed. I'm still sticking with the crazy theory, folks, but there's a lot of different things going on here.
Of course, this cave in of itself is weird.
Yeah,
It's not a natural cave.
well, it's probably the best one they could design. That's why I'm chalking that up too. Of course, that could be a mistake on my part. That could be something they're expecting. Maybe this isn't a natural cave. Maybe it's the cave of Henry's mind.
Oh,
Oh, there's our way back.
how did we get above it?
Climbed around and down and over. These tunnels all twist and turn in these caves, huh?
At least you didn't get locked in this time.
Yeah. That's a plus, right? But did you notice how she's like, "Oh my God, we need to get out of here. We need to get out of here." And then before you even get that that tape, which sort of incriminates you, she seems, eh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, D.
There you are. I've been worrying my ass off.
Hey, I'm sorry, Delilah. I'm so sorry.
About what? You're freaking me out.
He's in there.
What are you saying, Henry?
The only thing in the cave is Brian. He's dead. His body is in the cave, Delilah.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
You should have taken a picture.
How does that... What? I don't... How?
Yeah. Maybe I
Climbing,
should go back
I
and
think,
do that.
or made to look like a climbing accident.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I think that's just what it was. I mean, he was probably exploring the cave and maybe his rope gave out. Look, whoever locked me in there probably didn't even know about him.
No.
Delilah, you should have told someone he was out here.
Just stop. Okay, I know.
Maybe he would have...
Henry, you insensitive shit. You don't think I know he'd be alive if it weren't for me? And I fucking know it's my fault. I'll never forget that it's on me.
It's not gonna let you now.
I wonder if we can actually go back there if we're narratively locked away from it. But you're right, I should have taken pictures.
And the accusation was kind of mean.
Hmm?
You were kind of mean to her. Oh, you took off your wedding ring.
You see that plane?
No, I was just busy packing up.
Well, there's gonna be a lot more. The service says this thing is 2% contained.
Is this the Flapjack fire, or the site fire, or...
Well, the two fires merged into one unmitigated disaster. They're renaming it after my lookout. You about packed up?
Shouldn't we talk for a sec, you know, about things?
About what?
About how all this stuff is connected. The surveillance, the Goodwins, Brian's death.
Look, I don't know what to say, okay? It's like the universe cooked up the cruelest thing to have happen. Does it connect to everything else? I don't know. I don't know if I even want to.
Of course you do. There's got to be a reason.
Does there?
Maybe. Maybe not. I wouldn't even know where to begin.
Well,
Everything's beeping.
fuck. For starters, I guess you could find the source of that signal.
Holy crap. Yeah. Oh my god.
We don't know what it is. It could be nothing.
Yeah, it could also be whoever was listening to us, whoever made the tape.
Okay. Yeah, look, you should pack up everything you need in case we get the call and you can't come back.
All right, look, if something happens...
I'll remember you.
I was hoping you'd have a backup plan or something.
Yeah, okay, I'm probably gonna move to Canada. Ontario, maybe.
No, I meant if something happens to me.
Right, if you don't find out who made the tape and I have to hit the road.
Forget it.
Be safe, Henry.
Once more. With feeling.
Whoa.
Yeah. That's... near zero visibility, and we're tracking this thing.
Hot and cold.
Wonder what they're leading us to now. Which direction are we pointing? Pointing west. So it wants us to head. Shitty boss is trying to kill me. Trail. Ugh, it's hard to see where we're going. I mean, I know I had some problems with navigating in here in the past, but this is even
A fairly
harder to
accurate look at what it's like to be near a forest fire.
It is, but that's that makes. I mean, remember perception? That was a pretty, well, not entirely accurate look at blindness and echolocation, but it was. It still did its best to try and recreate it, but it didn't make for a great experience trying to get around. This is heading towards the lake. This is taking us over where we first encountered the girls in the fireworks.
What's your status?
I think I'm getting close.
All right, well, I just got word that they are coming to get us. My place.
You sound worried.
No, it's just...
Brian?
I'll coordinate with the evac team and let you know when to head towards the tram. It's north. Far. Past where you found that cut back in May. There's an emergency tram out there that will let you hike to the rendezvous point at my lookout.
So the train will actually be there this time?
Another tape.
Yeah, hi, Henry. Hey, you better find this before it burns up.
Ned.
We've been causing each other a lot of headaches. Now I gotta go stake out a site that's as fit for living as the one you're about to find. You'll get it when you see it. You can't blame me for keeping an eye on you. Not after bumping into you back in May. Down by the cave, for croc's sake. I've been up here for 3 years. I kept it cozy. Winters are harsh as hell, and I ran out of books. But I got that antenna rigged up, and Delilah, she's a record you don't gotta flip. I kinda get why Brian took to her. About a week ago, I stopped worrying about you finding anything out, and that's right when everything went shithouse with you two. You guys don't know anything about having kids. All right, nobody knows nothing. It ain't Andy and Opie walking down a lake to fish every afternoon. It ain't Mayberry. But you gotta know I didn't kill him. All right, we were climbing. I was teaching him. Brian was uneducated in the way to do anything. He just fucking didn't sink his anchor the right way.
But you left
I
him
thought
there.
about going back, having to answer questions, and having to get him put in the ground, and I didn't see the point.
Father of the Year.
Don't come looking for me. Sorry about your wife.
We found the surveillance operation.
Okay, what does that mean? What is it?
It was Ned Goodwin. He was the one listening to us, just him.
Ned Goodwin. He made the tape?
Yeah. He's gone. Deeper into the Shoshone. He doesn't want anyone to know he's out here.
Because he killed Brian. Because he killed his fucking son. You need to get back here. They say the helicopters are making rounds.
Okay.
Yeah, but that operation down at there was not him. He might have been the one who set it on fire.
I guess he's been dumping trash up here for a while.
So someone did go crazy with the isolation. It just wasn't you. Or her, apparently.
God.
What?
Nothing, just some of Brian's stuff.
Looks like an 80s thing.
Looks handmade more than.
Brian was a nice-looking kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's got stuff from supply drops, camp stove.
Yeah. This is stuff from that camp. Yeah.
He wrote down everything he did to us. And everything he did every day. He was scared shitless.
Huh. I bet.
Goodwin was the one who wrote the reports I found at the site.
What did it say? Fuck?
Pertinent observed facts never fuck. Yeah. he was forging these documents at that site.
Uh,
Yeah.
so he planted them for you to find.
Exactly. Well, he pretty much planted everything. He even led you to his son's body. Yeah. Abandoned wife of 11 years would not be missed if removed. Did quite a few different drafts of this crap, didn't he?
Yeah.
So all this time I thought Henry was cracking up, but damn, I got it wrong. I should probably get to the front of this and take pictures.
You should see some of the stuff he was working on. I guess he had a lot of time on his hands. This boombox looks familiar.
I'm sorry. I don't know what to say. I don't know what you want me to say. We're in the middle of a fire that is at 22,000 acres and growing.
So
Fast.
what was the reason Ned
It's gonna
did
burn
this?
all of this up.
Well,
As far as
take a picture if you're so keen to remember it.
we
not.
can tell, his
I don't know.
son died. He either was responsible or culpable. Decided he didn't want to face the consequences, and
He was afraid that you were going to find information as you were snooping around as he saw it. So basically he started spying on you to try to find weaknesses and maybe drive you off.
and commit psychological warfare. It's actually not that bad of a reason.
Well, it's a horrible reason.
Uh,
But he ended up
well-
starting. He chased off those girls, made them think that you were...
He's got a radio base station up here. He was listening to us on that.
Very elaborate plan.
It is, especially for a guy that didn't. Well, then again, we saw Brian's nest, and we saw that.
Him and his dad were both very smart. I mean, he had a design for the radio that he was listening.
Yeah, and he's the one who severed the radio. Try and keep you guys isolated.
Because you ran into him the first day you were here.
But it was by the cave where his son had been. Well, his son had died. Remote recording. Try to make remote recording device. Uni research site move pit against each other.
They suspect a conspiracy theory. So he preyed on the fact that you were...
I think that there was even the possibility that I wonder if your story and her story could have turned out more romance-wise, but we kind of screwed up by us actually living up, us as the players living up to what he expected Henry to do. It's, hats off to the game designers on that, if that actually is true.
Well, I mean, it does sound like she's still with her boyfriend, despite what she said.
No, as I said, those reports, which said that she was still with the boyfriend, were things that he had falsified. So, I'm gonna go with believing her on this and feeling absolutely fucked up. That we were the way we were, or I was the way we were. I mean, it's me doing it, so I'm the one that takes responsibility.
Although I do wonder if after we didn't do anything until look up anything until after we finished the game.
And he had to be rich to get all that equipment at that lab, but it's confusing since his secret cave looks bad.
The lab was actually there.
The lab was a legitimate setup, and
I
he
know I
was
should
just
be
raiding it.
Relieved that there's no evidence of us starting that fire. Relieved that we're not crazy. That there wasn't some conspiracy. But I'm not. He was a sweet kid. With a shitty father who hid out here like a coward after dumping him in a hole.
And then played mind games with us.
He wasn't a good dad.
No.
Wasn't a good dad.
No fucking shit.
But
But what? Sorry. God, it would have been so easy to tell the truth and have him sent home. I can't stop thinking about it.
you didn't do anything wrong.
Yes, I did. And now I've got to decide whether I tell people that he's down there so they can retrieve the body or not.
Yes.
And if I do, I'm going to be asked about Ned Goodwin.
Dee?
Oh, fuck.
Is that a helicopter?
Yeah, hold on. Hey! No, there's one more. Yes, here, yeah. Yeah, he's coming. Okay, 1 second. Hey, they're here, but they're making rounds. They'll come back. I think I'm gonna go with them.
What if they don't come back?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah?
I mean, it's dangerous here, and if anything were to happen, then that would be on me. So.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you sure that's okay?
Not
I said it
really.
was.
Alright, I should go.
Have a safe flight.
Alright, have a safe hike.
Back there. I need to go back towards the ravine. Ugh. I ended up getting all turned around because I'm sitting there thinking about how I absolutely screwed the pooch on that by just
Well,
falling
I mean,
prey
you
to
are
that.
still married. Anyway.
I didn't mean that so much as, I mean, think about what she's going through because of all the crap that this asshole did. And, you know, we just sort of fanned those flames. Or I just fanned those flames. And yeah, I got some input from you every now and then, but those choices were mine.
We can always play it again.
That's true, but
I am curious if things change based on decisions. Like I was saying, we never actually looked up if your actual choices in the beginning of the game and your choices in of what you say actually change things.
yeah, it's probably just the small changes. As I said, it's if it
But
does
it's a
change, it's
butterfly
going to be
effect.
like what's it? Telltale games? Is Telltale the ones, or is it? Yeah, Traveler Tales does the Lego games. Telltale is the one that did things like The Walking Dead and such, and The Wolf Among Us. The story, the general story beats stay the same, but there's dialogue and character interactions that change along the way. Same destination, different signposts.
Well, at least Kurt Reynolds is still with you.
Yes, we saved Turt Reynolds.
So he's probably the one that hit you over the head too.
Yeah, he absolutely is. Because that's close to where he was hiding out. on the right track here. Yes, yes I am.
Looks like there's 2 paths you can take to get there. I wonder if it makes a difference.
Pretty sure that the only thing that this will do is this will bring us where that yeah, the other way I believe takes us to, remember how I said there was another area where we could clear away with the axe?
Yeah.
That's where that takes us. This is us following the
Yes, but look at the sparks that are now mixed in. He probably started both of these fires.
now. If he wanted to disappear, he wouldn't do something that would bring attention on himself.
But he did start the site fire.
Yeah, he did.
Are you still going in the right direction?
Yeah. See, there's where he cut the line. So we go up that way. Oh, please don't say that's going to happen.
What?
Can you imagine if, since nobody has actually seen you, if he actually gets the drop on you?
And pretends to be you?
Yeah.
Nah, I don't think so. But I mean, I suppose he can.
That's where the line was cut, so our path out should be over here. So there it is. Yeah, there we go. Years he's had to sort of go through this, and there were lookouts also, so he would have had access to equipment.
What?
Let's just make sure I'm in the right spot, because I'm certain I am, but yeah. Then we go that way.
What's down there?
It's the signs.
Oh.
I wonder what would have happened if we had grabbed more than our food. Because you can't tell me he wasn't raiding those boxes too. They're up there, that's up where she was. There's our exit.
Hey, I'm at the evac spot near the ravine. Delilah, are you there?
She left.
Delilah?
Yeah. That's just unsettling.
What, the black screen?
No, just how easily we were able to be screwed with by that guy. I was able to be screwed with by that guy. it's always unsettling to sort of see those elements of yourself and be like, what the. Not really be, quite as with it as you think you are.
There's her outhouse. I suggest you go up into her tower. It's got flowers.
Yeah.
Because I'm a little curious.
Yeah. Well, that's our only real option here is to actually go up to our tower. This is probably where the last plot twist is going to happen. Yeah, that was the Teddy Roosevelt picture we saw earlier.
Folks.
Lucian's Gambit. Crosswords. I mean, are we going to be dealing with a Kevin Spacey at the end of Usual Suspects where...
It was...
Hello? Is anybody there?
Hi. Yeah, it's me. I'm back at the staging area near the trailhead. I think I see your truck.
Red? Colorado plates?
She drew a picture of you.
Yeah. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Well, yeah.
I think there might be a raccoon living in it.
I'm sure he's comfy, I guess.
Hey, it shouldn't take long for the helicopter to reach you.
Okay.
There's a debrief in a situation like this. Lots of questions.
Shit. So, taking stock, we found out an old lookout killed his only son and decided to become a lonely hermit.
Yes.
And we prevented one fire?
Basically started another.
Okay, so that's a wash.
Oh, I'll have to figure out what I'm doing every summer from now on that isn't this.
You're not coming back?
No. And you'll have to... I don't know.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know what's next.
Tell you what, why don't you choose for me and I'll choose for you?
All right, sure. Maybe... Maybe you could come back to Boulder with me and figure it out down there. Just a thought.
You don't want me down there.
Well, I just asked you.
Look, I've got some things to do in Casper, and maybe I'll head south sometime after that. I could come by, sure.
Okay. So, what about me?
I think
Stuff
you
on
should
the
go
way.
to Julia, and then you can figure it out. Maybe put that typewriter to good use. Give me a sexy accent or something if you write about this.
I am.
My first thought
Yeah.
I should have gone with was the therapist. I
You
should have
gotta
gone
go
with
see
that.
her.
But
Yeah, sure.
Henry, Look, you came out to put your memories behind you, and they're still right there in front of you.
yeah, because you can't run away from something like that.
Oh. Okay. Well, yeah, they'll land back where you hiked up.
this is us wrapping up for now. Just want to thank you for coming along. As I said, we appreciate your viewing, your viewership, your watching along, you playing along with us. And as always, signing off with wherever you are, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it, please remember to stay safe, always have fun,
Stay nerdy.
and we'll see you in the next one. Tomorrow we're going to be resuming It Takes Two, our couples playthrough of It Takes Two.
Oh my gosh, sure.
Where we left
Girl
off
really should be rather be an orphan.
there's the couple that we actually are trying to kill.
Unfortunately, the game doesn't let you die.
Yeah, it's not letting us kill off those two suckers. I'm hoping eventually we'll hit a redemption arc with that one, but that will be tomorrow. And same bat time, same bat channel. Have a good night and take care.